Shoot.
Are you happy? Are you happy? And also I'm wondering about when at age 16 you decided to leave school. Were you happy on a day-to-day basis? Did you appreciate life? Did you find, or was it something that started to come as you went through your self-development, or were you just lucky enough to happy from a younger age and just follow through?
Why are you asking?
Well, because it's very similar to what I've been sort of going through. At one point I decided that there are certain things in life I need to change, and I realized that not to be me changing. So, through that process, I'm actually someone who's starting to feel as if I've reached happiness or I've reached it. So, I'm curious about your own personal path and how that followed through.
Okay, thank you very much. Am I happy? Any guesses?
How you look at
I love my life. I absolutely adore my life. I'm very grateful for where I'm at, and this is a key distinction. It has absolutely freaking nothing to do with money. I bought my first Ferrari for cash in my early 20s. I'm just as happy driving a Mini, and this was in the days before Minis were cool, right? I was just happy driving a Mini. If I lose a Ferrari, it's up and down. If you get associated, or if you associate or anchor your happiness to the level of materialistic, or situational experience in your life, whether it's who you're with, what you're doing, what you're worth, all that bullshit, right? You will always be at the mercy of external circumstances. What made a real huge difference for me was understanding that I had the opportunity to choose how I felt in any moment. I mean, how many people have ever been in a relationship? Right? Okay. How many people have been in a relationship where I don't know where somebody's left you? You don't have to put your hand up there. Right? But you've got two ways you can handle that. You can either turn around and say, well, I'm no good, so they left me. Or you can say, well, thank God they weren't, so they made room for somebody who's right. You've got two different lives there. Now, what's the difference situationally? Zero. Same girl, same goodbye, same everything, same life. Different decision. Everything happens there. And that was learning that early on was a huge part of me. Now, did this all magically happen to me when I was 16 years old? Absolutely not. I went through a whole load of time in my early 20s trying to prove that I was good enough in the eyes of others because I was too insecure about where I was at. I didn't know any of this. I had to learn this as I was moving forward. Finally come to a level of awareness where I could understand it from the heart, not just intellectually or textually. Sounds good, I knew it all, so I read books. Didn't live it. So, as to both of those points, one, am I happy? Absolutely. I'm happy because I don't base my level of happiness on what's in my life situation, so I can choose how I want to react to that. And something, happiness is a better deal. Some people define themselves and get their needs met through being depressed. They'd rather be depressed because they get more connection from others and more attention from others. They get more sense of certainty about how they feel. There's less risk of taking involved. They get more of a sense of significance. Oh, I'm depressed. I'm so depressed. I have to take freaking Prozac. Hey, check me out. Is there any growth or contribution in that? Wrong with anything. So, from a place of owning yourself to a point where you can declare when you're happy, not based on whether you're good enough to one last week or not. That's a different level of living. Have I arrived? Hell no. The biggest key I got out of looking back at my journey since I was 16 at that level is knowing that there is a finish line. Not while I'm breathing. So if I feel smug about what I said, I can sit back now, so I've learned all my lessons. Right now. I don't think there's a person in this room that's the same person as who they were 6 months ago, or 5 years ago, or a year ago. So why the hell do we think we're going to be the same person as we are 12 months from now? It's one of the biggest reasons there's problems with marriage. Most people come together at a time where they're both compatible, love each other, and have the same value structure, and forget that that's a moving conveyor belt. And 5 years from now, they may be very different people, not right, wrong, just the way it is. Unless you have a way of being able to transcend that honours each other, you're always going to have problems trying to bring somebody back to what your level of you think living is, or the living you think they should have is. It's a whole other topic on that. Sure. So yeah, I enjoy the journey. I really, really do. My tagline on my email has always been, for several years now, I've been quoted on this around the world, and it's one of my favourite sayings. The purpose of life is not to arrive at the end in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather skidding sideways, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, wow, what a ride. That's my philosophy of life. your time to at 9 o'clock and you guys were probably at 8:30, so I could probably talk all night, but that's probably not going to serve us too much. And hopefully I've added some value to you guys tonight. I was serious. I mean, I've just had a big fireworks party down at my place last Saturday, and there's a quality problem with that. So I was left with too much alcohol and not enough people to share it with. So if anybody wanted to pop back for a beer this evening and a bit of music at my place, you're more than welcome. I live 5 minutes down the road, and Sean will give you the details. And yeah, I'd love to come back again if you guys can have me once every 5-6 weeks, whatever, when I'm in town, and see how you're progressing if you don't know. Awesome. Now, one thing I did do, by the way, is I bought some of these out on there. These are some of the DVDs I've done and CDs I've got, just because I thought it would be nice to give them out. So, who were the first 4 people that spoke this evening? Okay, Brent? You? Thank you. Okay. What else we got? Are you speaking tonight? Oh. Yeah, Brian. Yes. And so who else?
I spoke last.
Okay. Okay, well, you had some great comments. I'm going to do one of those as well. And, there you go. Guys, give yourselves a hand time. Thank you for coming down, guys. That's it. Nice, it's nice. That was good.